Hello and welcome to my new Flosstube video. I'm Jantina. I'm Jantina Stitches here on YouTube. That's where we are, and on Instagram. And I finally found the time to film. I know the next week will be crazy, so 3 weeks after my last video would be perfect. And yesterday evening, I had everything ready to start filming, and I had a call with a friend, and we planned to call like for half an hour, and it turned in over 2 hours, and it was so nice to talk to her. So that was totally okay, and it was 10:30 in the evening, and I thought, well, I'm home alone. My husband was out for the evening, so I will start filming now. It was all ready, and then my daughter wasn't feeling well, so I need to skip my plans, which is totally fine. And yeah, I just sat with her, and it was okay. She slept really nicely after, but my filming plans fell in the water. So this morning, well, I didn't sleep well as my daughter did, because she has a really weird cough, and she has that every fall, winter, and spring. So from September to March, she has a cough, and sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. And now she was coughing quite a bit. So every time I heard her coughing, I was like, is everything okay? Do I need to get out of bed? So I didn't really get sleep. So this morning I was free from work, and I planned on filming right away, but I was so tired I took a nap, and it was wonderful. I never take a nap in the morning. Never. Sometimes in the evening. But no, never anymore in the morning. But it was an hour nap, and it was wonderful. So I made myself some coffee, and here we are. So I feel a little bit puffy from just waking up and sleeping bad, but it is what it is, and it's all okay. So for stitching today, so I don't know if I said already, but this is my channel about cross stitch, and I had a lot of new subscribers over the last months. So if you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I really appreciate every one of you, and I'm so happy to share my hobby with you. So in my last video, I totally forgot I had the most sweet stitchy kindness, and I feel so bad I didn't mention it. So that is what we will start with today, and I will look at my notes so I don't forget anything, or everything. It's one of those days. So first stitchy kindness, then a teeny tiny bit of haul, and a project bag that I made. So it's not technically haul. The winner of my giveaway in my last video, which I'm really excited for. And then I have an FFO and a couple of whips. So yeah. Oh, and after that, I think I will do a quick live update, because just because. I'm sorry. So stitchy kindness. I think it's over 6 weeks ago I received a random act of kindness from another Dutch girl, viewer, Instagrammer. And her name is Jantina, which is almost the same as my name, which it isn't really a common name. So yeah, I really like that. And I will show you pictures over here. And she gave me She Sleeps, which is by, oh, I don't know the name. I will put in the designers and artists over here next to the picture. But it's She Sleeps, and Lydia and Debbie, two of the stitchketeers, they have it as a whip already. And I think they use hashtag Team She Sleeps. So if you want to follow their progress, go over there. And when I will start this one, I will join them in the hashtag. Then, my sweet friend Laura, she has a flosstube on YouTube as well. I will put her name here because it's a long one and I always mess it up. But Laura and I, we have really similar taste in projects. Every time she shows something, I'm like, ooh, I would like to stitch that. Or it's a shared whip, or it's one I have in my stash. And the other way around, it's the same. We both stitch King Coda, also one of Heaven and Earth designs. It's my first HAED. And she is doing, I think it's a supersized. I don't know. Laura, help. But the artwork we stitch on is so similar. And it's just weird. But she gifted me 4 charts. Which Laura, it blew my mind. I was overwhelmed, really. But they are all so pretty. And one of them we both started already. So there are 3 Heaven and Earth charts, which is Garden Gate, Leopard Tree, and Quick Stitch Sleep Time, which I will come back to in plans. And the one we started already together is Daydream Tiger, and that's not from Heaven and Earth. Oh, I'm really bad with words and names today, but it's all here. So we started it already, and you will see it in whips. So I'm just overwhelmed with the stitchy kindness and wonderful things here in the stitchy community. It's like a warm bath. It's just so nice. And ladies, thank you so much. Then there is another chart that I bought myself because I needed a reason to start this one. So I'm doing a course. It's 4 days and I already had 2. And if I finish this course, I give myself a new start. And it will be this one over here. It's called Tender Sleep. And I think it's from Elka Cross on Etsy. And it's one with a lot of blends. And I think there are French knots, a lot of backstitch, but it's so pretty. So halfway through December, after my last course day, I think it's in the 2nd week of December, I don't know, I will start her. And because I'm so excited, I already made a project bag and I dyed my own fabric. So let me start with the project bag. I think it's so pretty. It's dark blue velvet, and this part is stitched, not by me, it was already on there, with gold metallic threads. Let me do it this way. And it's so pretty, and the back has the same as the front. And this actually, it was a pillowcase. And I saw it, it even was on clearance. Even if it wasn't, I would have bought it for this reason. But it was €1 for the pillowcase. So this was the back of it and the front. And I did a simple flax linen type of fabric on the inside. And I'm obsessed. It's so pretty. And I also dyed my own fabric. So I was in a bigger city and here in the neighborhood, and I went into a store called Xenos, and we don't have one over here anymore, but there was still a Xenos. And they had cross-stitch fabric, in Dutch borduurstof. And it doesn't say what type of aida it is. It's clearly aida. I think it's 14 count. It may be 16, but it only states it's cotton and the how big it is. So I bought 2 of these because it was really cheap. And I needed for tender spraying some aida, preferably 16 or 14 count aida. And I had some blue fabric dye left, so I dyed this one. It is like, I call it blue sky. It has like some clouds. It's way it's darker than it's showing up. But maybe this side. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Because above her head and besides the tree, there will be fabric showing, and I really liked it to be blue, and I'm really happy how this came out, and it's big enough. So yay, I'm really excited to start this one. But I need to order floss because I ran out of so many colors over the last months, and I need to place a really big order. Yeah. So that's one. Then that was haul stitchy kindness things. Then before I forget, I will share my FFO because it's on top, and it's this little hoop finish. This is called Quaker Heart, I think. I will put the name somewhere. And it's one I stitched in the beginning of this year, and it was so cute. I used a variegated DMC, and it's just really cute. And I had no idea how to finish this, and it barely fit height-wise in this hoop. So on the back I put some craft paper, cardstock, and I put 2021 over here, and I just screwed it on really tight, cut off the excess fabric, and put on glue. And then after I put on glue again to put on the cardstock with a little ribbon to hang it. But it's so cute. And if I can find the link to this one, I will put it in the drop down box. I have no idea where this came from. Maybe a magazine, I don't know, but it will be somewhere on the screen or in the description box. Sorry, this is so messy, guys, but I can't remember names. I don't know why. So let's get into whips, because first the giveaway winner. Last video I did a giveaway at the end after my life update, and I asked to say the word fairy because I finished April Fairy. Yay! It's still not framed, but I finished her right before my last video, and I wanted to share some finishing happiness with you. So I was giving away a HAED pattern. So what I asked was to call fairy in the oh boy. So what I asked was to put fairy in your comments, and then I will do a random comment picker. And if you have April Fairy on your wish list, this will be the one I will choose from your Heaven and Earth wish list. And if you don't have it, I will pick one of your other ones on your wish list. And I will put the winning comment over here. There were 64 entries, And Olivia, and I will butcher your last name, so Olivia, you won, and congratulations. Please contact me to let me know your email address for your wish list, and I will wreck you a HAED. Yay! So then, whips. So let's start with my new start. This is Daydream Tiger. And it's on fabric I had left. It's 18 count Aida. And I think the color was called Parchment. And it's not Zweigart. It's from this. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's not Zweigart. And I'm still missing a lot of colors. Like a lot. There are also some of the newer DMC numbers in, like 33, 34, 35, I think. And I don't have those. But I started in the corner, and let me see. This is how far I am. And I love the purples, and I just love the colors on this one. And it will be quite big. Quite big. But yeah, I love the colors already, and I can't wait to see the first tiger and just all the pretty colors. And this one I'm stitching with Laura, and I'm so happy I started it right away. So yeah, that's whip 1. Then another full coverage. I worked on most of them for, well, maybe 2 days. And there's not a lot of progress, but there are quite a lot of projects, so it's okay. Then I worked on Princess of the Sea by Donna Gelsinger, and you will see a picture. I don't remember if I have a picture from last time. If I have, I will put them in, and I will try to do before and afters. So this is how far I am at the moment. And this is a cropped version, because there were like 8 pages of sky. Oh, the light was doing weird things. Well, I cropped 8 pages of sky, and there are still like a lot of that. So I will put in a picture what the original looked like and what my crop looks like. And I think I started around 43%. So I cropped almost half of sea and sky. And I worked on this yesterday, and I wasn't really doing the diagonal blocks yet, because I was doing columns on this one, and then I thought I really want to do blocks, so I did these 5. I finished this diagonal and started the next one going down. And there aren't a lot of colors on this one, so it's really a quick stitch in the sky, but it's also quite boring. Yeah. So I will continue working on this one, and I'm debating on how many blocks I will go down before I go over, because it's a lot of sky. So yeah, we will see. But for the before and after for next time. So then there's a project I worked on a lot. It's kind of my new focus piece, and it's also by Donna Gelsinger, charted by HAED, and it's Mini Deer Creek. And I took it out of the hoop for you, because I promised last time. It does have a hoop mark, totally fine. And this is how far I am. Let me see if I can put it in close. This one, and also Mini Princess of the Sea, is stitched on 20 count. And if you look really close, you can see the fabric between the dark stitches, but from afar, it's totally fine. It's perfect. It's 1/1, and I love it. So yeah. So this dark spot in the waterfall, this is the halfway point of the pattern. And I think I'm at 15%. And over here, let me see, over here, it's the start of the antlers of the first deer. So I'm really happy. Let's also do something for the before. Yeah. I like this one so much. And I kind of want to try to finish the first row before the end of the year. I don't know if that's possible. Well, if I really focus on it, it is possible. But I don't want to fully focus on it because I did it on April Fairy, and I kind of also want to stitch what I want when I want. But yeah, it's so pretty. Then I have another one in my own made project bag. This is a smaller one, and in here is the smaller HAED I'm stitching for my son, because I'm also stitching a big one for him, and I know that will take like 8 years before it's finished, and the one for his sister is already done because it was that much smaller and I focused on it. So I decided I wanted to do a smaller one and see if I can finish it. Well, not, I don't know if I finish it next year, but definitely 1.5 years. So this is Celestial Dreams by Randal Spangler. And this is how far I am. This is on the same 18 count fabric as my new start. Well, let's... Okay, so I filled in more of the colors on the top of the lid, but also on this one I'm missing a lot of colors, so I can't fully finish it in. Yeah, and I finished some blue over here, and it's really pretty. So yeah, the light is doing weird things. I'm not used to filming with daylight. So let's see. Then a really special whip in also a handmade project bag. I love my project bags. It's, yeah, I need to make a lot more, but it's okay. So in here is the quilting bee, and this is what a mock-up looks like. Yeah, and I added in 2 colors and changed some as well with some help from Annemiek from the Handwerk Boutique, or LNS. And for instance, I added in this red, which is Raspberry by Weeks. I added in Pelican Gray by Weeks, which is almost the same color as my sweater. I have a brighter blue. My green is more vibrant. So overall it kind of looks the same, but a little bit more brighter. And I'm stitching this one on fabric hand dyed by Debbie from Creatively Yours called Honnybee. It's a 32 count murano, and this is our stitchketeer friendship cell. Most of us are doing Quilting Bee, and Debbie is doing Huckleberry Farm, and she is going so fast on that one. So we want to get this finished by December 4th, which it's almost December. So I need to stitch on it a little bit more than only on our stitchy zooms every other week. So I will stitch on this every Friday and leave a little bit for our last stitchy session. So this is how far I am. And it's so pretty. So I don't have a lot left to do. And I also did something that's not on the pattern. Let me see if I can fold it in a way that I can fold it. I added in 5 initials and the year. Let me see. The year. 21. I played a little bit with the room on the pattern, and I added in the stitchketeer initials for Lydia, Jemima, Debbie, Alice, and myself. So I'm over here, JS, with the year. And just to commemorate our friendship or stitch along. And I don't have a lot left to stitch on this one. So it kind of mirrors. So I need to do this big one, that one, a small one, and this huge thing over here. And this one, this one took me like 2 sessions because we also talk a lot during stitching. So yeah, maybe this will be a finish, the next time I film, which will be around that time. Maybe not, I don't know, but let's see. Yeah, it's so pretty. I'm so happy with this one, and I will definitely give it a special place when it's finished. Itchy nose. Then another project in a So Much to Love bag, which is too pretty for words. In here is a really big one. In here is Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers, and I stitched on it quite a bit actually. I have a long thread on the back. I need to cut that someday. So it's like a blanket. Let's see if we can put it in. Yeah, there it is. So I made my own conversion of weeks and DMC. Let's see if we can get it in closer. So I started over here, worked my way over there, and now I'm working my way down. So the part I stitched on with a lot of hanging threads. It's so messy. Oh boy. Well, this is where I stitched on. The last time I finished this section and I did all of this pattern, which was so fun to do. Let's see, this way. I don't know which way I need to hold it. So the gray is DMC, and actually this red is a Classic Colorworks, and all the other, well, this darker bluish teal is DMC, and this red, the rest is all Weeks. And it's so fun to play with the colors, and it's not that far down. Well, I have a lot of extra fabric, but it's not that far down anymore to, I think the bottom of the page is over, pattern is over here. So yeah, it's so pretty. And I don't know if I can finish this next year, but maybe. And yeah, I will put the colors I use in the description box. Then I have one project bag left, and it's just one I have a lot of for my older whips. And in here are 2 whips because they belong together, and I worked on both. They are the kind of birth samplers I'm doing for my kids. I have a boy and a girl. And I came across this and I loved the artwork, but I couldn't find it anywhere else than on AliExpress. So yeah. And the colors on the boy one and the girl one are so different, but I love it. Let's see. So this is the one for the boy, and my son loves pink. Pink is his favorite color. And let's see what's up. This is the top section. I started over here in the middle, and this is the edge of the pattern. And on the mock-up it's really blocky in color, but in real life it's flowing even more than this, so I'm okay with it. And because of how the colors work, both of these, because they are round, I work in quadrants, and I will do this part first, and this one I could easily go over to the side of the pattern because it's this side, and I'm leaving all the stars for now because I want to do that maybe in granite or something. But I started over here and I came over and reached this border, and the other one is mirrored, so I worked kind of on the tree. So this is the one for my son, and they both got the same amount of hours and days. And the one for my daughter, I also started in the middle and worked on the green of the trees already, and I'm filling in all the blue in this section. So, and it's about the same amount of stitches, but it looks so different. And I love the green on the leaves. There are like 4 colors of green, and over here there are purples, gray, blue. Yeah, so really different in colors. The one for my son is way more pink and purple, and this one has a lot of pale blues and, let's see, next to each other. The colors are really different, but also really the same. So the tree was a lot of fun, and because I'm working on this section first for my daughter, when the tree over here is done, I can work on the tree on the other one. So it's really, I need to show the whip, not the not the mock-up. Maybe I do need some more sleep. So yeah, it's a messy one, but it's okay. Let's see. The last thing is just a little bit of life update mixed in with plans for next year. Everything. So let's see, where do we start with? Let's start with the planning for the coming 3 weeks, because I'm doing the course next week. I was supposed to go to a different city in the northern part of the Netherlands, which for me is over a 2-hour drive. And for us in the Netherlands, a 2-hour drive is long. Because you can go from one side to the other side of the Netherlands in like 3.5 hours. And like 4.5 for top to bottom, or other way around. without traffic jams or whatever. So a 2 hour drive, it's like the other side of the country. And for us, it's far. And I don't mind driving, but let me sit more comfortably. So it's not that long of a drive, but I managed to get a free pass to travel by train. So I thought, well, let's go to Leeuwarden by train. But starting tomorrow, we will go into a new lockdown. So I don't know if I need to go there to Leeuwarden, or we will do it digitally, because the first two sections of the course were digitally, and the other two was supposed to be on location. But I also would be like visit with other trainees, because we all work for the same company, but all in different cities for different brands. So that would be kind of an exchange, and I don't know how that will be, how that will go. I think I will hear today or either Monday what we will do on Tuesday. So after that one, there will be another course day in mid of December, and I don't know if I have to go to Leeuwarden for that one, or maybe it's also digital. I have no idea, and I don't like that. I like to know how certain things go. So yeah, but what I do know is that if the last course day will be in Leeuwarden, I will take Tender Spring on the train and will start it on my way home. Because a 2 hour train ride, well, it's time enough to start something, right? Another thing that needs to occur someday is an operation on my wrist. And due to COVID and hospitals being full, a lot of simple operations are on hold. And I was supposed to get a letter from the hospital planning like 2 days after the phone call that it would occur. And we're 2 weeks further, and I didn't hear anything. So I contacted the hospital, like, well, am I even on the wait list? How is it going due to COVID? And it turns out there are no hospital beds, and it needs to be an operation on the what's it called? I don't know. There are two types. You can go like they will go into a little room, or in the official operating room. Is it called the OR in English? I don't know. But it, due to cancelling a lot of operations, there will also be cancellations from people who can have the operation. So there is a possibility I won't get my operation like until March. There's also a possibility they will call me like, can you get in tomorrow? And I don't like having plans not planned. And the thing, I have a thing in my wrist, and I don't know if I can show it. This way you can't see anything, but this way there's a bump, and on this one there isn't one. So this bump prevents me from bending my hand backwards. It can't go further than this because it will block my wrist, and it hurts leaning on it, and it's been there for over a year, and it needs to come out. So first we needed to figure out what is it, and it turns out it's moisture, vocht. I don't know. medical terms in English. But I will put the name over here from what it is and you can discover yourself. And normally it's like a soft bump if you have this. But for me, because it's lower between my muscles and thingies, it's hard. So if they will take it out, they say it will take 6 weeks to heal. And I can stitch one-handed. It's all about stitching with the healing. If I can't work, I need to stitch, right? So we will see how that will go and when that will be. And yeah. But also one thing that isn't really planned. Quite certainly. So yeah, we will see how that will go. Then my planning for next year, I want to get my whip count down. A few weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago, I wrote down all my active whips. And my husband was working over here upstairs. This is our, well, relaxing room slash homework office slash second living room. And he was over here working and I was downstairs writing down all my whips. And then I heard him come down and I was like, oh boy. Because I didn't want him to know how many whips I have. And he can easily find out because I have a closet thing rack where all my project bags are lined up, so you can see how many whips I have. So yeah, but I immediately explained I wanted to know how many I have because I want to get it down. Problem being, I have a lot of big projects and a big of full coverage projects. And some of the stitchketeers are doing 21 in 21. So they want to have 22 in 22. So they have 22 focus whips for next year. And the other ones they don't work on or only can work on that one if they finished something else. So I was playing with that idea, but I have trouble coming up to 22 because there are some new starts planned already. And I don't want to limit starting new things if I feel like it. So I do have some focus projects, but if I want to stitch on the other ones, that's fine also. So it's like kind of full coverage, we focus on finishing projects, getting my whip count down kind of here. And to limit my new starts, I can only start 4 big projects next year. And one of them is quick stitch sleep time. And I will show it again here. And I will start this as a new year, new start with Jemima and Alyssa. And they both have a floss tube and they will be listed down. And it's so nice to start this one with friends. And yeah, I'm looking forward to starting that one. And also, I need to order floss for that one too. So I think the mailman will come with like a box of floss because I need so many colors. I think I can easily order all the DMCs. Maybe twice. So yeah. And the other 3 starts, I don't know what they will be yet. And I would love to say it will be She Sleeps, Leopard Tree, and Garden Gate. So the ones I got as a gift. But I don't want to set those plans already because if there will be another thing I wanted to start, there will be, well, issues. So for now I can have 4 big starts One of them being quick stitch sleep time, and the other 3 I don't know. So basically every season I can start one, and I'm okay with that. And next to that, I want to finish quite a lot of smaller-ish projects. I don't have a lot of smalls, like this kind of smalls. I don't have them. They aren't whips for long if they are this small. But like HAEDs and stuff, they will be whips for years and years and years. So we will see if I can get my whip count down, and if I can't, I'm totally fine. I just want to focus on my full coverage projects. And also I have a lot of projects that they are not in Pattern Keeper. They are with paper charts, and I want to focus on them also. And I have a couple of them. They are digital, but they need to be printed because they won't work in Pattern Keeper. So I'm planning on maybe this weekend going to how do you call it in English? A print shop. So I will print them out so I can work on that one as well with a working copy instead of only digital. So I think it was enough rambling for today, and I'm so sorry this was such a messy, rambly, weird, unplanned Flosstube. But I just wanted to come in here because next week will be busy. I know I can't film next week. The week after, maybe, but then it will be like 4 or 5 weeks after my last video, and there will be too much to share. And I think now I'm at 45 minutes-ish, so that's long enough. And I will try to be back in 3 weeks because that's kind of a sweet spot, 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm so happy I finally made it. And I think I made it because I said I wouldn't make it. So I will be back hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks. And maybe with a finished quilting bee. And maybe another finish. I don't know which one yet. I have to see which is close. But it would be fun to have another finish this year. So I will see you next time. Olivia, please send me your email address so I can wreck you a HAED. And to everyone else, happy stitching, stay safe, stay happy, and bye bye.